we picked up a house, an amazing renovated house on a 680 square meter block. So we bought this for only $430,000. Hey guys, it's Eddie here from Deline Property. Today I'm super excited to show you another amazing property that we recently picked up for one of our buyer's agency clients. This one here is in Perth. In terms of radius to the city, you can drive to the Perth CBD in 32 minutes to be precise via Google Maps, depending on traffic, but let's say it's about 30 minutes drive from the city. This one we actually bought off market, meaning it was not on realestate.com or Domain. It was an off market exclusive sale. The seller of this particular one was moving interstate. They had to sell very urgently. We were able to pick it up off market through real estate agents that we have a really good strong connection with, that we buy a lot of properties where when their sellers, not all of them, but when some of them need to sell very urgently, they'll contact us to see if we can get an off-market sale to save the seller trouble and time and money by putting it on the market and doing all the open homes and spending money on marketing. So we bought this for only $430,000. You could easily rent it out in the current market for around $550 per week minimum. You could even likely get $600 a week. So for a house, that is a phenomenal rental yield. Now, is that 680 square meter block just for the land content would likely be worth minimum between $350,000 to $400,000. So we paid $430,000 for it. So even if you go off a conservative land value content of $350,000, we only paid $80,000 for a renovated house. But you can see it's a renovated kitchen, renovated flooring, renovated bathroom. They've even put a nice shed in the back with concrete or to the shed that was powered like a workshop situation. The outside of the property has been rendered. A lot of work has gone into this property. Now, even to rebuild a property in today's dollar figure, especially like one like this, the cost of construction has gone up so much that even replacing this property, the bricks, timber, concrete, mortar, all that kind of stuff, the kitchen and bathroom, you'd have to spend about $400,000 just to build this property. So if the land is worth minimum $350,000, let's say closer to $400,000, and to rebuild the property is $400,000, to replace this property, it would cost a person $750,000 for the land and for the property. So we're buying it literally $430,000. So what does that mean? It means we're buying it over $300,000 under the replacement cost in a fast growing market where the rents are really, really good. Perth right now is the cheapest property market capital city throughout Australia. If it was on the market, if they had time to sell the property in the right conditions, if they could sell it vacant with it not being occupied, the seller's agent had time to physically go out there and do all the open homes, build up interest, do the professional marketing photos, create buyer competition from owner occupiers who would pay top dollar. Unfortunately, the seller didn't have time because they already committed to purchasing. They had a strict deadline of they needed to settle this property within 45 days, and time is money in that situation. So usually when there's an access issue to a property and a time constraint, properties will sell for less than what it is. You can get them under market value for exactly like this property was. Other comparable sales in the market have sold for $480,000, $490,000. If they had more time to sell it, they would have got $480,000 to $490,000 for this property at least. So we picked it up at least $50,000 to $60,000 under market value from the get-go. Clean, renovated property, low maintenance kind of property as well, good land size. These properties are a rarity. We buy all different types of properties, as you may have seen: houses, townhouses, units, duplexes, all different kinds of properties, but this is your standard traditional style house that a lot of people love. We picked this up in, I believe it was June 2023, so just under a month ago. Client is super, super happy. They're actually on the way to buying the second property right now in under literally 2.5 months. They've gone from 0 properties to 2 properties. They'll be able to get equity out of this property very easily. Likely, I see valuations from banks coming in around $500,000 for this particular property. They only paid $430,000 for it. So they're probably gonna get about $70,000 worth of equity, and they'll be able to take out a portion of that at least to then redeploy and buy the next property as well. Perth is the best market to buy in right now. In any other capital city in Australia, such as Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Adelaide, 30 minutes out in a good area like where this property's at, close to shops, schools, amenities, train stations, that has a rental return, like they don't exist in other states. To me, this property will be a $650,000 property within the coming years. Truly believe that in another 2 or 3 years, we'll be doing this video, we'll be going back, and I'll show you the exact address of how much we paid and how much it's worth in the next 2 or 3 years, and it'll be 600, 650 at least. If you have any questions, comment below, hit subscribe, and we'll show you some more amazing properties. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye for now.